Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets, looking at what's happening with Bitcoin. It's going down as we speak. So we'll be taking a look at that as well and why I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I've got to the point whereby I've kind of just gone, okay, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I know Bitcoin's going to go up in the future. I know the markets are going to go up in the future. Why worry? Why worry today? Even if it goes down to $1,000, why? What's the point in kind of worrying about what might happen? Is it going to go away? Is Bitcoin going to go away? Is the crypto market going to go away? Is blockchain technology going to go away? No, it's not going to go away. So that's why I'm not worried, and I've given up kind of looking at the portfolio and going, oh, for Christ's sake, man. I've given up that. I've just kind of look at the portfolio with indifference now. I just look at it from a different point of view altogether. Just say it's fine. Future's going to be different. I'm not trading at the moment. Not been trading for the last kind of a couple of weeks now because of the market. There's still trading opportunities out there if you're shorting. Definitely trading opportunities out there. I'm not shorting at the moment. I definitely wouldn't short in a market like this because you never know if there's going to be a bounce or not with Bitcoin. But there are trading opportunities out there, and I've not kind of put anything in the premium group for about a week as well, purely because of the market. So I'm not going to do anything just for the sake of doing it. So there will be calls to be had later on, but certainly not today. So going over the markets just now, but I'm just going to see if we're live or not. We are live. Excellent. Only a second. We're live. So I'll just jump over to the chat area just now. No sound or audio for me. Shit. Right, can everybody hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm just going to check this actually, because I know there is issues. I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check. I can hear sound here, so it must be... Yep, sound is fine. Right, okay, so it must be your computer, whoever has kind of said that. I thought, for a horrible minute there, I thought we were going down again. Or there was some kind of setting. Okay, who do we have in the house? We've got Stephen King in the house. Just make sure. Welcome to you, Andreas, Chris Noble, Monkey Tomo is in, Marcus Jafari, RC Kig. Kig, thank you very much for the donation, mate. Really appreciate it. Justin Churchill is in the house. Crypto Don Wan, good morning. Good to see you. Peter Harding, JC Standard, Gareth Passage, Cole Phillips is in. Hyphen Lee, Greg Samuel, Vin. Jean is in the house. We'll get to other messages. Debbie Claydon is in. Hope your book's going well, Debbie. Debbie has brought out a book about how to make money online. So Debbie, if you want to put your link in here, certainly do that as well. And be good to support one of our members as well. Greg Samuel, as I said, Derek Holroyd is in. Donny Don Matthew is in as well. Bruce Rudling is in. Okay, let's look at what's XX313 has just joined us as well. Good to see you here. What's happening with the markets? It's going nightmarish at the moment. 5,305, and that is a USDT. We're just going to look at the USD value. And that will be lower. 5,236. So it's nearly got to the low point of about 5,200 where it reached last week. On the 15th of November when it crashed, it got down to 5,200. So we kind of spiked down there to that point. I think 5,170 is a low. Where do we go from here? Is a kind of question. I'm going to take this off just now. And where can we go from here? I'm going to take this Fibonacci off. So we kind of looked at this last week. So where's the next support level now that it's broken this 5,800? So it broke 5,800 kind of last week, obviously. Where's the next support level? We can see a support level round about the 4,600 level. Really, we're kind of in unprecedented territory because we've not really been here for over a year at these levels. So we're in kind of this territory where it's going to be difficult to nobody can predict anyway. There's no way anybody can predict what's going to happen. This could all shoot up tomorrow, but you never know. But just looking at kind of history as well, and I don't believe in kind of looking at that because the fundamentals have changed radically since last year. But this is what traders kind of trade on, so we have to look at it. 4,600 is the next level. Then we've got down to 3,600, 3,000, and then 1,800 is the kind of support levels on a weekly chart. So if you're looking at that, where are we going from here? We could go down to $4,600. Now, as I said earlier, should you be worried about that? Should you be getting out of the market? Should you be kind of trading all your or selling all your altcoins? If you're at a big loss just now, and I know a lot of you are, you're looking at your portfolio and we've got big losses in our portfolio with the altcoins. What's the point in selling just now? If you're down 60, 70% on your portfolio, what's the point of selling just now? Because you're just going to sell at the low. That's what you're doing. You're selling at the low. I forgot to mention, go down the like button just now and hit that like button. If you like these kind of early morning chats and coffee and crypto, go down the like button just now and hit that like button at the moment. It'd be brilliant if you do that. I keep forgetting to say that. So 4,600 could be the next level of support. This is looking at the weekly chart. If it gets to that, what happens there? It just depends if it breaks out or if it bounces up from here. If I'm going to be really honest here, I still see $10,000 by the end of this year. I still see Bitcoin hitting $10,000 by the end of this year. I think what is going to happen is we're going to get a huge influx of buyers into the market before the end of the year. I know you probably think I'm mad at this point. I just think this is what's going to happen. I think XRP is going to shoot up as well, and I think Ethereum is going to shoot up at the same time. With Litecoin, we're going to start to see rises in Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP. XRP is doing brilliant just now. Ripple, I've been saying that for months, then it's just starting to come about just now. I still think we're going to see $10,000 by the end of the year for Bitcoin. But I did say months ago we could see $30,000 for Bitcoin or even $50,000. But at this stage, it looks highly unlikely, but I'm still calling it for $10,000 by the end of the year. I think what's going to happen here is we're going to go lower here. We might get to the 4,600, and I think that might be, okay, that would be the point where everybody's just saying, okay, this is just low now, and this is where big money is going to come in and just say, right, time to buy, and it's going to shoot up. And we're going to see crazy prices after that going into 2019. That's my belief. There's no basis for that whatsoever, but there's no basis for any prediction. It's just an opinion I have. Nobody can base their opinion on kind of TA. They can look at the kind of historical TA, but because the fundamentals have changed so radically since then, we're talking about Bitcoin here and the markets overall, you can't predict it. Nobody can predict it. So we need to wait and see what happens from here, but I still think we're going up to $10,000. As mad as that sounds, I know how mad that sounds, but I still think we're going to go up to $10,000 before. Crypto Don Juan, thank you very much. Really appreciate that, mate, for the $20 donation. Someone asked me what happened to BTC. I said it's only been going down for 12 months. Just hodl and buy the dips, baby. Yes, definitely. That's what it's about. Just dollar cost averaging. You think, and I know I've been saying this for a while now, but you think if you truly believe that Bitcoin is going to go up to $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, I know you can't see that at the moment. That's because we're stuck. It's like we're stuck in the forest. We're looking at the trees. We can't see the woods for the trees just now because we're so immersed in what's happening to the Bitcoin price just now. But just thinking about it again, I have to reiterate this. There is only 21 million Bitcoin in the world. In fact, there's less than that. There's probably about 17 million, estimated 17 million. But there can only ever be 21 million. And because of the supply and demand purely on that, and if you just look at that alone, and what the institutional investors coming in, back coming online, the ETF going to be coming on board, Fidelity getting on board as well, it's going to skyrocket. The Bitcoin price is going to skyrocket. So take a 50,000 foot view, look at the big picture of this. Just look at the big picture of the overall market, or not even the overall market, just Bitcoin price just now. Look at the big picture and just say, okay, what's happening just now is not going to matter. This is going to be a blip. It really is going to be a blip in the market, and in 2-3 years time we'll just see this blip, and that's what it will be. It'll just be a little blip on the charts. When it goes up to that 50,000, 100,000, 200, 250,000, 500,000, then you're going to be glad that you stayed in, and that's what's going to happen. Okay, we'll just it's cold in here this morning. Right, Marcus Farah, say my sentence, sorry. Yep, sound is fine, that's cool. So Matt Pawn is in. Good morning, it was nice to look all my money out 2 weeks ago. We wait by when, who make Bitcoin go down? I think it's to do, why is the Bitcoin price going down? The hash wars. A lot of people are getting spooked because of that. It's not necessarily because of the hash wars that's going on just now with the Bitcoin Cash, obviously Bitcoin ABC and Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. It's not because of that necessarily, but people are getting spooked because of that. So that's what's happening at the minute, and people are just getting spooked, and this has just been, plus that and low volume as well. There's very kind of low volume on Bitcoin just now. You can see the volume here. There's a lot of kind of selling volume, but there's low volume in general. If we look at that kind of week here, there's hardly any volume in this. So people selling and people getting spooked is going to look worse than what it is because of the volume as well. So we'll have to take that into consideration as well. If there's more volume coming in, but we're going to have to see a lot of volume coming in, a lot of buying volume coming in for this to kind of spike up. I still think it's going to spike up before the end of the year. And Swiss Bitcoin ETF did not help at all. Broke 174 billion supporting coin market cap. Next support 146 billion. Yeah, we'll need to wait and see, because the Swiss have kind of brought out an ETF-like product as well. That's in the news. I don't know if we've got that reported on the news. One second. Let's go over to this. No, I've not got that in the... How about? No. We'll get to the news later on after we've had a bit of chat, some coffee and chat. Juan Antonio Albaleggio Martinez. Hi Stephen, just nipping in to say hi and wish you a great week. BABB to the moon soon. Yeah, we're going to be looking at BABB as well. It came out with some news about BABB as well, with a job kind of listing. I'd done the video yesterday, which a lot of you had good things to say about, so thank you very much for that. Thanks very much for nipping in, Juan. Good to see you. For my first ever super chat, excellent. Thanks for that, mate. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the kind of donations. Mac Pawn, we have to be ready, because when it go up, it'll go up very fast. It is going to go up very fast. That's why I'm saying dollar cost average in. If you're going to do that, because you're going to catch on the dips and you're going to catch on the kind of troughs as well when it goes up. We have to be ready. Yep. But when? Nobody knows when. Nobody knows when the bottom is going to be. You can't. It's like catching a falling knife. There's no point in trying to do it. Jacob Hopkins, I'm in XRP. XRP are doing brilliant just now. We've been saying that for ages just now, and it's starting to show its true colours now. Beja Blasphemy, I'm holding till the death, just wish I could buy more. I know, I think a lot of us in that situation, because normally what we'd do when kind of back in January, February, what we'd do is we sell some altcoins, because we were in profit in altcoins, buy some Bitcoin or buy another coin and just kind of trade it that way. But everybody's stuck in this position where the portfolios are really down. They don't want to sell their altcoins because they're such a low position just now. So that's kind of what's happening at the minute. We'll just take a look at the markets overall. What's been happening? Down to 173 billion overall market cap. I'll just look at the global charts. And we'll look at the 1 month. So we're up to 217 billion at the beginning of the month. We're now down to 173 billion. So we've lost about $50 billion on the markets overall. And it's the same for obviously the altcoins or the alt market. Alt market was sitting at 107 billion, now sitting at 80 billion. So we've lost 27 billion off the alts market as well. A bit of a nightmare, but we'll just take a look and see who's winning, who's losing. Obviously Bitcoin down another 5%, 5,323. Looks as if we're going to, $5,000 probably going to be a psychological barrier rather than an actual support line. So obviously we need to kind of factor that in. That's going to be a psychological barrier or support. So we can put a 5,000 support line in as well, purely for a psychological point of view. If it dips below that, then obviously we're definitely going to go down a wee bit more. And any winners? Factum is up 26%, which is excellent. Odom is up 13%. Nasdaq coin, which had a big run up last week, is up 7%. Again, MadeSafe coin is up. Ravane is up. And DAI is up as well as Paxos Standard is up as well. I think that's a stable coin as well. Who's the biggest loser? Loopring, 18%. Down 18%. Alpha's down 17. OneChain, Icon. ICX is really low price just now. Maker, Aeon, Polymath, Stratus, everybody's kind of down just now. Most people are down. So I'd say about 7% are in the green. 7% in the green. What's the next 100? Just take a look at that. Novacoin is up 25%. Smart Cash is up 9.7%. Ender Protocol, Proxima X, Optimal Shelf, and BitCNY is up. So there's only about 6% up in the green in the next 100 as well. Who's the biggest loser? Spectre AI, Credo, Phantom, Loom Network, Substratum as well, Salt, Neblio, Nulls, Bridgecoin, Genesis Vision. So I'm just going to have a look at, to get into the top 100 now, it's a market capitalization of only 44 million to get into the top 100. Just 44 million. Whereas before it would have been something like 200 million. When I say before, I'm talking about March, February time. But now it's only 44 million to get into the top 100. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at some of the ones we kind of like and we've been talking about. This is the micro caps. We've got Metamorph there. We're going to look at that on a 4-hourly. Is that updated? Yeah, that's updated. So 204. Metamorph is actually stable-ish. Stable-ish. You can see the kind of big drop here. From here, 400. So it's about 50% drop. But with the drop with kind of Bitcoin price, it's relatively kind of stable. It's still a big drop though. We'll just have a look at BABB. BABB actually released some news yesterday, and I got that from Aaron. So big shout out from to Aaron as well, who passed along to James, one of our brilliant admins, who passed it along to me. So I showed you that yesterday. We'll have a quick look at that as well. So BABB has gone down to 10 again. So it's between 10 and 11 just now, but again, look at this, it's stable. It's not kind of shot down with markets. It's not paid attention to that at all. So we're still within this trading zone of between kind of 9 and 11 just now. And it's been like that for a while. It's been like that since September, October time. And that was on the news that BABB, I'll just kind of go back. I don't want to do that. So I'll just show you this news. If you didn't see the video yesterday, I'm just going to show you this, which was passed along to me from James. Big shout out to you. And Aaron passed it along to kind of James. This was yesterday. I'll just get this news for it and show you this. Let's go back. So this is the news. This is on a website called glassdoor.co.uk. It's a job website. I'll continue there. So job website, this is Head of Internal Audit for Vilnius in Lithuania. And I'll very briefly kind of look at it. So it just says here, kind of BABB is working towards acquiring a specialised banking licence in Lithuania, and we're looking for a Head of Internal Audit to join our team upon the receipt of the licence. So to me, they're actually advertising for a job that obviously they need this kind of filled at the moment, which suggests to me that they're pretty confident that they're going to get this licence. And I wouldn't say confident, I would say in the back of their minds they know they've already got it. Now somebody in the kind of comment said it's only a Lithuanian licence, what to do's? What's the Lithuanian? This is big. This is the start of something big for BABB. This is what they've been working towards. The Lithuanian licence, and then it's going to be the UK licence. Obviously their app's coming out as well. And there'll be other kind of partnerships hopefully coming on board as well. This is the start of something bigger, much bigger for BABB, and this is the first step towards it, getting one of these banking licenses. So this is really, really important. Don't underestimate the importance of this. Although the UK license is going to be the bigger one, it doesn't matter. This Lithuania is going to be a big, big step for BABB. And they're already kind of advertising for the Head of Internal Audit. Again, it suggests to me that they kind of know they've got it already. It's just a matter of when they're going to get the license. And now they're looking for this kind of Head of Internal Audit. So that's a big thing. That's a big piece of news. And to me, that's really good news for BABB. And it's probably why it's staying at the price it is just now. We're just going to look on KuCoin at the moment. And we'll look at the markets. The volume is not high. The volume is not high in backs. For Bitcoin, it's higher on Ethereum. But we can see here, to buy at 90 Satoshi, there's 42 million waiting there, which is only about 3.8 worth of Bitcoin. But to sell at 10 Satoshi, there's only 3 million, which is 0.31 kind of Bitcoin. If we look at the Ethereum price, that'll be a higher kind of volume there. Yeah, it's higher volume on that 136 Ethereum. I'm trying to work that out in my head, how much Bitcoin that would be. So it's around about the same actually. So it's looking good for BABB at the moment, very stable. They've not kind of paid attention to the markets overall, or it's not paid attention to the markets overall. We should have expected a big dip going along with the markets as well, but it's not dipped. It just did not dip at all, and it's just stayed stable, and it has been stable since kind of September, October time. So it's looking good for BABB. Another one, Digitex. A lot of us are into Digitex at the moment. And BTC price, that did go up, it's come back down again. So it went up to around about 1359 from 900. So it went up about 40%-ish, or just over, but has since come back down again as well. Obviously with the kind of overall markets, that's affecting that. So Digitex coming out in December with their exchange. I'm looking forward to that, can't wait to see what happens there. Okay, just jump back to the chat. Badger Blast, mate, I'm holding till the death. Yeah, I've mentioned that already. But Gareth Passage, 2019 will be a good year forward. It will be, I think 2019 is going to be the year for the markets for cryptocurrency. And it's going to be that kind of tipping point that we've all been waiting for. Tipping point when everybody knows about it and everybody's kind of talking about it. I mean everybody, it's going to be in the main news, it's just going to be all over, I believe. And this is where we're going to reach the tipping point towards the end of 2019, I believe. Gavin Mearns, morning from Hull, huge sale on crypto right now. Yep, Black Friday or Cyber Monday sales for crypto. Crypto Donovan, I had to buy some XRP, way too much good news. XRP we're going to take a look at just now. XRP are doing fantastic. XRP, BTC. I look at this 9,000. So they're holding up extremely well. This is a weekly chart. We'll look at the 4-hourly chart. They're holding up extremely well against the whole of the market, if you look at that. We first kind of spoke about kind of XRP, and, well, not first, but I've been saying since way back in August, XRP is going to explode. You need to be careful. You need to kind of watch out for it. It's going to explode. And it did. From 4,000 went up to 11,000. It's going to do the same again. XRP, and I think XRP could take over. It's in the number 2 spot already. It's overtaken Ethereum already by quite a margin. Actually, it's by about 20%. So it's at 19 billion just now. Ethereum's at 16 billion market capitalization. So to get to kind of Bitcoin's price, it only is to kind of 4x or 5x from here, really, or 4.5x from here. Could it do that? Could it go up to $2.50 in this kind of market? Possibly, but obviously the Bitcoin price might go up at the same time. But XRP is doing amazing. I still think it's going to go much higher than it is just now. That's not financial advice, by the way. Do your own research and all that stuff. Hyphen Lee, Amen, Steve-O, thanks very much. G-Slick, Hyphen Lee, BTC needs to run the cycle of the markets, and it was inevitable, so Bcash causing this is a blessing in disguise. Yes, so everybody's been talking about this one last dip. Everybody's been waiting in anticipation for this one last dip. This could be the one last dip, but it could be because of Bcash. It doesn't matter what it was that caused it. But this could be the one last dip, and then we're shooting up. End of December, I still think we're going to be up over 10,000. But we need to wait and see. Where will BTC bottom, Watchdog? Who knows? Who knows? It could go down to $1,000. Could go down to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Honest Crypto Journey. Morning all. Scary looking, Marcus. It is scary looking. It is scary looking at the minute. Mario, buy. I don't know about that. I'd be kind of cautious. I'd buy in kind of dollar cost averaging. Depends if you're holding it for long term, but if you're trading, I don't know about trading. It'd be a nightmare to trade in these kind of markets. Mark Innes, hello Steve and a brilliant team. Yes, we have a brilliant team behind us and brilliant members of the premium group as well. If you want to join us, there's a link down below. Good to have you here, Mark. Hello all, BABB to the moon. Yes, I think BABB is doing good things, and hopefully when this license comes out, even in this market, I still think we'll go up. Okay, so just look at some news just now. Binance CEO calls on Ripple and XRP supporters to convince him that XRP is the standard. So Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao is responding to calls, or CZ, from Ripple and XRP supporters to add XRP to the leading cryptocurrency exchange as a base pair. Again, this is more good news for XRP, but he's just kind of put out a tweet. And the tweet is really saying the XRP based shell is strong. Let's get it out of your system and put all your shells under this one tweet, and let's see how much we get. So I'm going to take a look at that, see if we can see that just now. Can we see that tweet? Oh, that's LinkedIn. Where has he said that? Okay, I just want to see how many comments has been on it. 2,800 retweets and 3.1 thousand comments. So interesting. Go on CZ, give Coinbase a run for the money. Fiat pairs XRP the base and XRapid partner. So everything's lining up for XRP just now. I know that's not a kind of big thing. They're going to come out with news and say it's going to be an XRP kind of base or anything or something like that. But it's just more good news for XRP. Jihan Wu may sell 1 billion Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin's billionaire co-founder Jihan Wu may sell over 1 million Bitcoin Cash SV following the successful completion of a scheduled Bitcoin Cash fork on November the 15th. A contention, we kind of all know about the Bitcoin Cash SV and Craig Wright and stuff like that as well. But this was just a kind of news story, and I'll post all the links for you in the comments. This was just a news story about Jihan Wu may sell 1 million Bitcoin Cash SV. So I need to wait and see what happens there. But we can look at Bitcoin Cash SV actually. BCH SV, has it got it here? On Binance. You can see the price of it has gone down. It's shot down at the moment. We just look at the BTC, the USD value. BCH SV. And look at the Tether price. $96 and it was up to $173. So I think there's going to be a lot of angry people with this Bitcoin Cash fork. And a lot of people will just be selling it immediately. If they were holding Bitcoin, obviously you got an equivalent in Bitcoin Cash SV. So I need to wait and see what happens with that. We'll look at Bitcoin Cash ABC. See what they're doing, and look at Tether price as well. That's gone down to $242 from $349. So I would imagine a lot of people are just selling off once they've got them. As soon as they've got them, they're just going to be selling off straight away. It did go down to $226. Bitcoin Gold is going up. I think that's one of the only ones. Yeah, Bitcoin Gold is going up as well. And that's been, look at that rise, that's a beautiful rise. From the bottom. At around 253,000 Satoshi, it's now at 501,000, so 100% gain on Bitcoin Gold. That's from August, but when it crossed over it was around about 13th of September. So that's just a beautiful looking chart, that on the way up. Other news, what was looking at there, Bitcoin to $1,500, Bloomberg analysts make another BTC doomsday prediction. So Bitcoin has been falling hard over the last few days. Previously, everybody's favourite cryptocurrency had been trading for around 6,500, blah, blah, blah. Soon got the answer. Bitcoin suddenly fell to 5,500. Analysts aren't feeling too pleased. Mike McGlone, the Bloomberg analyst making the claim, states the Bitcoin Cash fork is what started the ball rolling downhill. In the first place, he says, that pump that began a few weeks ago got the market a bit too offsides with speculative longs for the good old days, but this is an enduring bear market. Other analysts are sharing this sentiment. Travis Klein, founder of the hedge fund Kigai, explained on Thursday, following the Bitcoin Cash fork, I didn't sleep well last night. There's a small chance that it's difficult to estimate. Something really bad could happen related to Bitcoin Cash that could then impact the entire crypto market. So we're going to wait and see what kind of happens next, but some analysts are predicting $1,500. Don't see that myself, but could do, you never know. Craig Wright comes for XRP, says the currency is a security and biggest scam in the space. This Craig Wright is not doing himself any favours whatsoever in the whole market, saying that he's going to go for Bitcoin and this Bitcoin Cash fork as well. He's just not doing himself any favours at all. I don't know what he's playing at, to be honest, but he says, he made this clear in a tweet saying, for XRP not to be a security, it will need to be a real utility offer. If something is exchanged with expectations of profit, it's not a utility token. XRP is a tradable good that's sold under the expectation of profit. That in itself makes it security. So he's kind of been down on XRP now as well. So Craig Wright is not a well-liked man at the minute. Bitcoin will be able to hit 15,000, or is that meant to be $15,000? By the end of this year, according to Tom Lee. Is it 1,500 or 15,000? Thought originally it was 15,000. Speaking of CNBC, Lee claims that cryptocurrency will be able to reach a figure of 15,000 USD in August of this year. Lee advocated that Bitcoin would be looking at a value of 25,000 USD. Although Lee is still claiming that Bitcoin will be ranging high, he has brought his figure down by a significant portion, which is kind of the usual. Obviously, everybody's doing that just now. So he still thinks it's going to hit 15,000. And that's Tom Lee, but everybody's kind of saying that just now. The top alts, this is just a very quick run through. This is the top alts, this is according to coininsider.com. And these are the ones that are kind of bucking the trend. at the minute. So Dogecoin, UBQ, SUQA is kind of bucking the trend as well. Digibyte, Bitcore, Seacoin, OST, Monero, and Binance Coin, Aeon as well. So these are the ones that are kind of bucking the trend at the minute. And again, I put links up for you as well in the comments. And this is to do with Bitcoin.com. Mining pool directs all hash to Bitcoin Cash ABC. So Roger Ver's Bitcoin.com mining pool users are mining Bitcoin Cash ABC in support of the ongoing contentious hard fork. And if they didn't like that, they'll have to move to a different mining pool according to an announcement posted in the dashboard of Bitcoin.com mining interface. So we'll just show you this up front. So this is from Bitcoin.com, and this is talking about the pool here as well. So I'll kind of share that with you in the comments as well. So this is where a lot of the hash power is going to support ABC, and this is Roger Ver obviously as well. So they'll need to kind of hash that out between them, literally kind of hash that, no pun intended. And what's going to happen with them kind of Bitcoin Cash fork, but still raging on just now. I thought it might have died down a wee bit, but that war is still raging on just now, so we'll need to wait and see what happens. Adi van der Vlist is in. Morning to you. David Schwartz, yeah, it's saying BABB to the moon. I think it is going to do really well. Hyphen Lee, go BABB, our saviour for all of this. Yeah, BABB's not going down. It's staying resilient in this market and could even go up in this market as well. Gene, like button crush, thanks very much Gene, really appreciate that. Gareth Passage, smash the likes. Looks like you're a smart man, however supporter controlled database coins such as XRP does not bring value to the crypto community. Why do you say that? And this is about kind of investing as well. It's not just about kind of utility. This is talking about what could go up in the future and investing in what could go up, which is essentially what we're all doing. We do that in the stock market, we do that with every company we kind of look at, every project we look at. And Gary Parameter, Novogratz investing 60 million into EOS is massive news. Didn't actually see that news. Christopher A, my view on the bear market is that it's been a blessing in disguise. I would never had the chance to accumulate all the tokens I have had it not been for the prolonged bear market. See, the trouble, there's two sides to that, and I think you're absolutely right. Somebody getting in just now, brilliant time to get into the kind of crypto market just now. If you've got kind of been saving up and you've got money kind of saved and getting into the market right now, fantastic. But if you got in January, or if you got in before that and kind of hodled, from January when they were kind of up at 20, when Bitcoin was up at nearly $20,000, and it's gone down since then, your portfolio is way down. That's not such a blessing. But if you've got money, just now, this is a blessing, definitely. Totally agree with that. Jacob Hopkins, a listing pair on Binance asked for CEO information, but Ripple is trying to distance their connection from XRP. It's inextricably kind of linked, Ripple and XRP, but I know they're trying to distance themselves from it, but it's kind of inextricably linked to it. So I'm just going to see TKY is going well, excellent. BABB just tweeted. And what did they tweet? "9 minutes ago with BABB, the power comes back to me, you, Rush D, and everyone in the world who, united in a powerful exponential growth network, have the opportunity to make that difference in other people's lives." So this is chapter 3, Any Port in a Storm, BABB. This is on Medium. So this is just breaking news. Breaking news, folks. Thanks for alerting me to that. I'll just see. Oh, that's October the 20th. That's not breaking news. It's just a retweet, basically. I thought there was going to be some news out there. But thanks for the alerting me to that. That's from Gary. No, Crypto Don Juan, sorry. Pipeball is another sleeper that could see another revival. Steve, what do you think about the NEO project? Now, I still love NEO. I still think NEO is going to do brilliantly in the future as well. They've just been quiet of late. Understandable so. They're just working on a project in the background, but I still love Neo as well. And these prices for Neo, geez, oh man. We'll just look at the USD value. $10.82. Holy shit. $10.82 for Neo. That's the lowest it's ever been. Well, not the lowest it's ever been, obviously, when it was Ant shares and kind of before the rebrand. But the lowest it's been, okay, since September 2017. $10.80. Oh shit! I need to get some more money in the bank. $10.82. That's unbelievable. There's Ethereum just now as well. $157. I think Ethereum's going to surprise us as well. Once kind of everything starts going back up, I think that's going to surprise us. And it's going to shoot back up from there. It's kind of lowest as well. It's kind of hitting support since the 10th of July 2017. So it's right on that support line for Ethereum. If it breaks down lower, we could be going down lower, obviously, which is an obvious statement. Crazy, crazy. Dash doing it at the minute. Dash is down as well. Yeah, obviously everything's down just now. So there's some bargains, real bargains to be had. Morning, Steve, Mervyn Skidmore, Craig Wright, B-type sociopath. Oh, he's not a well-liked man at the minute. Definitely not. Studio 10, good morning to you, Vin. Steve, that was Vin that was asking that question. Craig Wright redirected too much hash power to his ego. Yeah, I think so. A lot of BABB millionaires are here enjoying the great news. Yeah, I think BABB are going to do fantastic as well. Did we look at Metam as well? We did look at Metamorph, did you? We did, Digitex. ADA is under 6 cents. We used to dream about this. ADA is another one as well. ADA is just so many bargains that it's unbelievable. This is, we'll look at the kind of BTC value. Look at that. 1,024 Satoshi. It has been as high as 9,000. Just about 9,000. And this is what we're looking at when we see quality projects like this. When they're down, where is Cardano just now? It's still number 9, 1.4 billion. But it has, if we kind of look at the market capitalization, where it's been 30 billion. It's been as high as 30 billion. That's the market capitalization. That's when the price of Bitcoin was high. So you can't do that. So the price, BTC value, is saying 7,743, but we know it was higher than that. So another steal as well. So there's loads and loads of kind of great projects out there. We're talking about in the top 20. Great projects that are way down. Litecoin as well, $38.57. Tron is 1.1 billion in a minute. That's 1.6 cents a second as well. So Tron, we'll just have a quick look at Tron. TRX, BTC. 313 Satoshi. Where are we here? So we're hitting a long-term support line. This is on the weekly chart. So this is actually a long-term, roundabout a long-term support line for Tron. Has been as high as 2046. So again, 8 times from here. Crazy. I'm just going to go back to Bitcoin just now. BTC, USDT. We'll look at the USDT value. I'm looking at the 4-hour chart. 5,349 USD. 5,263. So they're coming into alignment more. That's a Coinbase price and a USDT value as well. Yep. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for a minute. I'll just couple of things. Please check whale alert. Huge NPXS transfer dump. Is that whale alert on Twitter? I don't know if it's that one. 593 million transferred from unknown wallet to Binance. Just look at the Etherscan on this. 15 minutes ago. So over $500,000 worth of Pundi X has been transferred to Binance. Yeesh. That's not looking good. Thanks for that as well. I do appreciate that. Strange how these hedge fund so-called analysts find the need and have the time to fund crypto. I know, it's ridiculous. NEO is a fast, efficient blockchain. $10 is a crazy price. We're going to look back at these prices and just go, what the hell? Why did I not sell the house and get in on these? That could drive the price as high as 23 sats. That's from Mervyn Skidmore. CryptoJohn1, thanks Stephen. Thank you, CryptoJohn1. Really appreciate the donation today and your comments. Smash the likes, everybody. Yeah, if you hit the likes, everybody, that'd be fantastic. I'm going to leave it there for a minute. But thank you for Crypto and Coffee today, for joining me today. Really appreciate it. And I guess we'll wait and see what happens in the markets tomorrow. But if it goes down lower, just get that attitude. Just look at it from a 50,000 foot view and just think this is going to go up. If you're already down in your portfolio, don't sell your alts just now. There's no point at the minute. It might go down even further than this, but just take a step back and just say this time next year it's going to be totally different, and that is what's going to happen. So that's my parting advice for you. Okay, until tomorrow, namaste. Take care. Bye now.